Hi friends, welcome. So today's practice, or this practice, is really all about kind of chilling, and it actually is a really good practice for a beginner. It's a short practice, so yeah, let's get started. I would recommend that if you don't have a block, that you find something that you can use for support, and that can be it could be a book, it could be even cans that you could put your hands on that support you, especially if you are a beginner. And if you're not, no worries. I am actually going to sit onto this block just for we're going to take just a few breaths before we get started. So finding a comfortable seated position. Again, we aren't going to be here real long. So if it's not comfortable to sit in a cross-legged position, send your legs out long. You could even lie on your back if you'd like to start. But either close your eyes or just a soft gaze in front of you. And from here, let's begin to really tune into the breath, the movement and the feel of the breath. This is your own natural rhythm of breath, moving in and out. And if you're newer to yoga, you may want to place one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly, and begin to really feel that breath from both the inside and the outside. A functional breath is a breath where we have minimal movement through the chest and movement more through the belly. And with that belly breath, we also have a little bit of engagement in the belly. With each exhale, see if you can find that little bit of engagement. It doesn't have to be anything big. Again, trying to quiet that breath through the chest, through the heart space, and instead feeling the breath through the belly. Perfect. And then from here, keeping your hands either on your legs, or you could send them to the fingertips to the floor. Let's drop the right ear to the right shoulder. And then just begin to do half circles, rolling the head from shoulder to shoulder. And if you think I've got my right and my left confused, you're probably correct. So I'm used to teaching with students facing me, so I mix up my right and my left now fairly often because I'm always thinking opposite. All right, any sticky spots, feel free to pause and just let those kind of weed themselves out. And then bringing the head to center, let's move on into an all fours position. So onto your hands and knees, with your hands directly underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. We'll move through a couple rounds of cat and cow pose. So cow pose is bringing the tailbone up and the chin up and allowing for a little dip in the back, a little opening through the chest. From here, we'll reverse that. So rounding out through the spine, tucking the chin in and the tailbone under, thinking of a cat, like a black cat, rounding the back. Inhaling, finding your cow pose, tailbone up, chin up, and exhaling into cat. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, cow, and then take that big deep breath, or exhale, and find your cat pose. All right, from here, let's return to a flat back and send the hips back to the heels, arms stretched out in front. Palms can remain facing down, or you could rotate your palms to face up. Your knees can be directly underneath you. You could widen your knees out, keeping your big toes together. So child's pose is a great pose at any time during your practice to find if you feel like you need just a little bit of rest, either physical or mental rest. It's a great, like, nice, easy, still pose. If you're tighter through the hips, though, I will say that doesn't probably feel that easy. So if you need support, you could place your block down, place your forehead to it if that gives you a little bit of extra support. All right, let's return to an all fours position. And from this position, again, looking straight down to your mat, keeping your spine aligned, and also regaining that belly breath, but that little bit of what we'll call a little love punch readiness in the belly, so that you feel that core, you feel the strength of the abdominal supporting the back. All right, so from here, again, we're going to send that left leg straight back behind, send the right arm straight out in front. Now, once you do all of that, especially if you're newer to yoga, if you find that, you know what, just the leg is good for right now, absolutely fine. So all of that combined, of course, requires a little bit more from the core, sending the arms out long, the arm out long and the leg out long. It requires that strength to hold you in place. Placing the hand and the knee back to the floor, reset here, and when you're ready, we'll send the right leg straight back behind. And again, maybe that's enough for today. Maybe you can extend the left arm straight out in front. So balance is something we should be working on every single day. Unfortunately, we lose just a little bit of balance every day. So incorporating it somehow in your day is really important. All right, let's bring the hand and the knee back to the floor. Let's press the hips back. Returning to our child's pose, extended version here with the arms extended out in front. Just pausing really briefly here. And then coming back to an all fours position. This time we'll curl the toes under and walk our hands and our feet together. So we're in a standing forward bend. And if you're tighter through the hamstrings, or you're newer to yoga and you need that extra support, or just that extension of the floor coming up to meet you, a block is a great prop to have to help with that. But again, if you don't have a prop like this specific to yoga, feel free. If you have something else that might work for you, you don't need a special prop. All right, weight is a little more forward into the balls of the feet, lighter on the heels. Our legs are very active, so we're pressing again through the ball mounts of the feet, or the front part of the foot, lighter on the heels, bending the knees a little bit here, relaxing through the upper body. So there's strength happening through the legs in order to keep us here, but the upper body, not much going on. So allow for that to happen. So if all is good here and you don't feel like you need that support with a prop, maybe instead you cradle your elbows. You could gently sway from side to side here, just a nice, easy opening, lengthening through the back side of the body. All right, then letting those arms hang loose, shaking your head yes and no a couple of times. Let's begin to send the right foot back, see, my rights and my lefts. Right foot back for a lunge. The hands here can either be on the floor or on the blocks. The blocks, again, is a helpful extension of the floor. So check in here. Your feet should be about hip bone width apart. The left knee and left ankle should be aligned. So right here, we're going to hopefully feel a little bit of opening through that right front hip. And we're just pausing here for another breath, and then we'll release that back knee to the mat. All right, so dropping that back knee down and kind of sliding that back knee in a little bit. So right here, we're going to actually have a couple of 90-degree angles. And as I come up, you want to, there's a little bit of core needed. think about drawing that left foot back and the right leg forward. So there's a little activeness through both legs here. Hands can stay to your thigh. You could send your arms up into the air. You could also place the fist to the lower part of the back and just draw those elbows back a little bit to open through the front body here. And then placing your hands back down onto your blocks, curl your right toes under and step the right foot in to join the left. Let's step the left foot back. And again, dropping that back knee to the mat here. Actually, let's pause. Let's pause here and really focus in here as we hold on the strength of that left leg. So you're pressing through the ball mount, pressing through the heel of that left foot. The right knee and the right ankle should be right in line with each other. See if you can open up a little bit here through the chest, especially if you have those blocks. That's, again, super helpful. I love using blocks. Maybe it's because I have short arms, I'm not sure. All right, dropping that back knee down now, and then maybe just bringing that, or if you will, bring that left knee in a little bit. You could keep those left toes curled under or drop that left foot to the floor. If this is hard on that back knee, feel free to roll up the side of your mat. So as you rise up here, again, just pausing, maybe the hands stay to your thigh, just trying to find that, again, that balance here. There's a little bit that needs to happen, and then also finding the engagement of that right foot to the floor, drawing that back, and the left leg forward here. And maybe, again, you send the arms up into the air, maybe not. And those fists can come down. You can actually even clasp your hands behind your back. This does not require that you do a back bend. Instead, just drawing those shoulders back and open. You're finding a little bit of opening through the front of the shoulders. Perfect. All right, so here's where we are going from next. Bringing the right knee back to join the left. Let's have a seat, and we're going to move all the way back onto our backs. So again, this is just an easy little short flow or sequence that maybe would be helpful in the morning or maybe at night. All right, so once you lay back onto your back, bring the soles of the feet close into the bottom here, and let's place the right ankle above the left knee. That might be enough here today. If you feel like you want a little more of a stretch, then draw that left leg in, maybe clasping your hands behind the thigh. You could grab to the shin here if that works. You could also send that left leg straight for a little more hamstring opening. But notice what happens here through the shoulders and the neck as you pause. So as you hold the leg in, if you find that there is a lot of tension through the shoulders and the neck, then maybe just dynamically pushing that left knee into the right ankle would be enough for today. Perfect, and then setting the sole of the left foot down, let's switch to the other side. So right ankle or left ankle above that right knee. And again, maybe this is enough. Drawing that right leg in, grabbing behind the thigh, straightening the leg. You have all of these options that are available to you. Feel free to explore as we hold. That's the great thing about yoga, is that there are safe ways to do poses, of course, but there is always room for exploration, and I really encourage you to do that. Each body, every body is different. So finding what works best for your body is key. All right, and then let's set the sole of the left foot or right foot back to the mat. Did you hear that? See, it happens all the time. I don't know my right from my left. Let's walk the feet close into the bottom. Arms are alongside you, palms facing down. Press your lower back into the mat. Feel the abdominal engagement here. We'll begin to peel one vertebra all the way up off the mat, bridging up to the shoulders. This is bridge pose. And so as you hold here, if you're just finding discomfort in your knees, walk your feet away from your body a little bit. Press fully through the soles of the feet. Find that elongation through the neck. So if you find that the chin is tucked into the chest, try to find that space and keep the neck in good alignment. All right, let's release slowly the hips back to the mat. Hug the knees into the chest. Maybe a little rock here side to side. Maybe drawing circles on the ceiling with your knees. And then we'll send the arms out wide. Shift your hips a little toward the right edge of your mat and gently drop your knees over to that left side. From here, you could turn and look to your right. So we've got a twist here happening. We also have a little neck stretch happening. Good, just pause and enjoy. Slowly bring the knees back into center. Now we'll lift the hips up, shift them over to that left side, dropping the knees over to the right side, and then turning to look to your left. Bring the knees back into center. All right, maybe, and then resetting the hips so that they feel like they're supposed to feel. And then hugging the knees back in. Again, maybe a little motion, a little movement would feel good here. When you're ready from here, sending those legs long. We are not going to be in final relaxation for very long, but it's just really an important part of a yoga practice, regardless of the time. So sending your legs down toward the bottom corners of the mat. Again, we're not going to spend a lot of time here, but just really taking the time to do this is important. So maybe you place your hands back, one on the heart, one hand on the belly, and bring your focus back into the movement of your breath, the feel of the breath from both the inside and the outside. And as you breathe in, see if you can quiet the hand that's to the heart so that there's not movement, as much movement there as you feel in your belly. Feeling that breath move for a couple more rounds of breath. And then bringing a little movement back to your body. Rolling over to one side and then gently pressing yourself up. Coming back to seated. And let's take a deep breath in together, inhaling the arms all the way up. As you exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Live light, travel light, spread the light, be the light. The light in me honors the light in each of you. Thanks for practicing with me.